Now go ahead and jump in. I like to do one last quick look, so get kind of situated.
Sure.
Typically you want to get your seatbelt set up and your seatbelt buckled, because you're going to see that the seatbelt can't buckle when it's when you get the door closed.
Oh, okay.
It's just in real close. So, typically you move your seat up, get yourself where you want to be, and put your seatbelt on, and then go ahead, buckle and close the door. You're going to have to be probably closer than you think you want to be for you to be able to push the rudders in all the way. There you go. So can you push the, lift that latch up, yeah. Oh, so lift it up all the way, just like that.
There you go.
There you go, that's it. Can you go full throw on the rudders right now? Or no? You might need to be a little closer. Let's see. It might be a little too close, but see what you think. Because you want to be able to, move this guy around too. So see the rudders?
Yeah. Trying to make sure I can do the brake also.
Yeah.
I think that may be good.
Okay.
Now the brake is just kind of tilting, right?
Yeah, that's it. Let me make sure this is the right key. Yep, okay. Yep, so this brakes is just the tops.
Oh, okay.
So your rudders are typically going to give you about 10 degrees of deflection.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you need to do a tighter turn, that's when you touch on the brake on the top as you're turning, and that'll let you turn 30 degrees about.
Yeah.
So when we're taxiing, we try not to use the brakes, try to keep your heels on the floor, and we control our speed with the throttle.
Mm-hmm.
But if we need to use the brakes, we use the brakes. So this is what we do. Okay, this is already flown today, so mixture, we're typically put in about halfway. We don't need to prime it. If it was cold, we do fuel pump, we do all this stuff. Shouldn't have to do that with this. So, let me get my knee board on. Alright, so hold this switch down for about 10 seconds. This is a standby battery, so just push it down. There you go, hold that. And then once you get to 10, flick it all the way up. Perfect. Now you're going to start seeing this glass display come on. That's our standby battery. It's a backup battery. So if the main battery died, we have a little more power so we can see things. We have our backup standby instruments for just in case this whole thing goes out. So that'll come up. Alright. That's looking good. Check our volts, make sure we have negatives here. 24.8, okay. So now you're going to go ahead and flip the master on.
Both?
Yep. Flip them both up. You're going to take that key, and in a second, we're going to turn it. Before we turn it, we're going to yell clear prop, so open your window. Perfect. You're going to yell clear prop, we're going to turn the key, and once it starts to catch, you're going to see me push this mixture in all the way.
Okay.
And that's going to keep it going. And then we want the throttle about a 1/4 of an inch in. So we'll just leave that there.
Okay.
So you'll clear prop.
Clear prop.
Pulls on the brakes and give it a turn.
To start?
Yep. Got it. And then we want RPM to be about 1,000.
Okay.
So now since this is a discovery flight, which means we can only fly for about an hour. That time just started right now. So I'm going to do some of the taxiing for you just because I want to get you up in the air and fly.
Sure.
I forgot when we were first talking, I thought this was a normal flight, but since the Discovery, if we go more than an hour, they get all excited.
Sure.
So I want you to fly as much as you can.
Sure.
So I don't want to waste your time with a lot of taxiing, but when we get up here a little bit more, I'm going to let you taxi so that you can see what it's going to be like for takeoff.
Oh, okay.
mic's on here. Headset's on. Check. Can you hear me?
Check.
Check.
I can hear you.
And you also have a knob right here, a little volume there, and then we have some things we can do up here to change the volume too, if you're not hearing as well as you could be.
Sure.
All right. Good here. Start taxiing us down, so you have your controls. Remember, the yoke's not going to do anything for you, so just, yep, exactly. And try to look down. Don't look in front of you. It's like if you had a pothole. And when you're driving your car, you look at it, you're going to hit it. If you look past it, or around it, you go around it.
Oh, okay.
And try to get that yellow line on your right leg. That'll put you right in the middle.
It's all me doing it now?
I'm not touching anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm just hanging out. So bring us a little more to the right.
So trying to find the sweet spot, is it bad that I'm alternating between left and right? Or should I be able to just kind of...
No, I mean, you should be able to. Mostly it's going to be, you notice, it's mostly going to be right. And when you let off your right, you go left.
Got
That's
it.
that P-factor we're talking about before, about the aircraft wants to go to the left. So you want to not even necessarily use the left that much. More right, and then when you need to go to the left, you just relieve right pressure. And then you notice the aircraft naturally comes left.
Oh, okay.
So what we're going to do is, you see that cone straight ahead of you?
Yeah.
So we're going to dip into the left, and then we're going to, obviously not on the grass, so we're going to kind of go like, we're going to bring it right in, over here, and we're going to slow down a little more, keep going up a little more, because this is just the surface road right here.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to dip it out. So this is where we'd use the toe, and then we, watch this, see that?
Uh-huh.
And we tip it out. So then other aircraft will line up next to us.
Uh-huh.
And we don't blast them when we do our run up with all the rocks and things like that.
Yeah.
So, throttle, take me up to 1800. RPM's right here, take me up to 1800.
You have the brake, right?
Hold the brakes. I have them too, but always hold the brakes when you're going up. Anytime you're stopping. Perfect, 1800. So now we're going to do what they call leaning the mixture. We're going to turn this out, and then watch this RPM. We're going to lean it to peak, so it's going to start to rise. See how it's going up? We're going to slow down. It's going up. And once it starts to drop, idles. So now bring it back up to 1,000. Okay. Now we're going to get our ATIS, which is our weather. And this is when you want to kneeboard typically. Victor is what we have, and they're going to give us our altimeter settings, our winds. Okay, so what you want to get is a minimum. You want to get it all. What is the minimum? You want to get the winds. You want to get your altimeter setting. What runway they're using. That's minimum information. Yeah. So we know we're going to do 3-5 for left. So when you know a little bit more about the airport, you know they're taking off this direction. All right, you're thinking ahead. Set our altimeter. So there's a barrel switch right here. There's our altimeter. So turn this, the big one, to 3038.
3038.
Yeah, 3038. So go back up the other way. There you go.
3038.
That's it. And then we set the backup kind of harder because it's, you know, not as precise, but we get that roughly in the right area. Move your mic a little closer to your mouth too. There you go. There you go. Very good. So we have our weather, we know our winds. The biggest thing you want, we got the winds, but what you want to really do, it's hard for you to see, but there's a windsock behind us. There's a windsock at the end of every runway. That's live weather. They're giving us what they think it is. That's awesome, and that's a great tool. But we want to see what the wind's doing right now.
Yeah.
So we want to look always at wind socks. Sure. It's important. Okay, so we have all that stuff. That's great. Now we're going to call ground. And we're going to tell them we want to go to the southwest. San Antonio ground says 555 Yankee Sierra, and then Charlie 1 run up area. Run up complete. Information Victor would like to depart to the southwest. On tower, go backwards. Okay. San Antonio ground 555 Yankee Sierra. Charlie 1 run up area. Run up complete. Information Victor would like to depart to the southwest. We have information Victor would like to depart to the southwest. Taxi up to Ultra of Alpha at Alpha 8555 Yankee Sierra. Okay. We got a guy here, he's coming into his run up or go 1-0. So we're gonna have to get out of here. We'll have you taxi us down for this is Alpha right here. And then once we go 3-5 right, so we're gonna take one left. Following this guy. pick up, like we're speeding up a little bit, pull some power out. So keep pulling, reduce the power. There you go. Look at that. We're already slowing down. We need the brakes. So they're most likely going to have us jump off at a taxiway earlier. This symbol in front of us is going to do Alpha 16. So I keep going a little faster, bring us back over.
So as you go slower, the left, the P factor is less.
It's reduced. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to try, I know it's a lot, but you want to try to listen to what they're saying on the tower, so you can, the more you can hear, the more you know what's going on around you.
Got it.
So there you go. So bring that throttle back a little bit again. We got our speed up. And then bring us to the right. Try to get that right leg on that yellow line. Keep coming. Keep coming. There you go. Keep coming. A little more to the right. There you go. And just try to hold that. And look, it's coming over. And then once we get over to that right leg, just relieve a little pressure. There you go, a little more right pressure. And then anticipate, you can see these guys are stopped up here, right? So we're gonna, start slowing down nice and easy.
So I'll pull it all the way out, so I have to start using the brake then?
Yeah, once we get over there, so bring us back over. And then, this is a jet, so we don't want to get crazy close to it, but this is probably good.
Okay.
And then while we're sitting here, we typically want to be at about 1,000. I heard you mention that for the symbol. I missed us. That's my fault for spinning around right now. I heard you that for the other guy. I heard that for us. Yeah, that's fuel on the ground there. I didn't hear him say for us. I heard the symbol. Down the side of the fuselage.
Oh yeah, he's spewing right now.
Oh yeah. He's venting.
Venting. So when you talk to the
follow that signal, no problem. Thank you. 555 Yankee Sierra. Okay. We're gonna follow him now. All right, you have control. So we're not gonna start your time until we take off.
Got it. Okay. The controls.
Because that's not good to charge you for taxi around and fuel problems. There you go. Real nice. Real nice. Alright, slow it down. Slow it down. Oh. They're just worried about the fuel for some reason. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. There you go. And we can just do like this because, we got a couple guys in this.
Alright. Are you avoiding the fuel?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just take us ahead, avoid that fuel just a little bit. Not too worried about it, but if we and then bring us back to the middle and get us behind that symbol.
How much space did you want in between?
Yeah, keep going. He's going to tell us the monitor tower. Monitor tower 5 Yanks here. Boom, that's the tower. So we can move up, we can keep going. The other one we were just behind because it was venting fuel. And because it's a jet, so it's a lot more thrust.
Got it.
I mean, we don't want to get on top of them, but whatever you think's reasonable is fine.
Why he has the door open?
It's hot. Window over there.
Got it.
That's all. It's just warm. Alright, density altitude. There's a sign right there. Once that starts getting up to like 9,000, that means the aircraft's not going to perform very well. It means we're acting like we're at 9,000 feet right here, right now.
Okay.
And we're at field elevations 5885. So if you're already at 9,000 feet on the ground, you're not going to perform very good in the air, right? So it's like, well, maybe we shouldn't fly. It's nice and low though. We'll get plenty of performance. So once we get up here like he is, we're going to bring the power up. We're going to hold the brakes. We're going to bring the power up to 2,000.
Okay.
We're going to make sure all of our gauges are good, everything's in the green. And then once it is, if it is, we're going to go full power, let out the brakes. And then we're going to taxi down, maintaining that center line. I'm going to help you with it, so don't worry. And then once we get to about 65 knots, 60, 55, 60, 65-ish, you're going to see a tick come down that says VY, or VR, that's your rotation speed. If you remember that, you always leave a hand on the throttle. And then you just start adding back pressure. Nothing crazy, just nice and smooth. Once you get to about 50, 55, and then just slowly keep increasing it. And once we're out in the air, we want to climb at VY, which you'll see, it'll say VY, 74.
74?
Telling him to line up. He's taking off. Tell him to line up because there's another guy coming, so we want to try to get him out of here quick before this Challenger comes in. So bring us up to where he was. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. And then you want to stop before the red, because if so it changes. So it changes to 039. Because you want to have room, because sometimes you're stuck here for a while. So this is perfect. Because you want to have room for, let's just say you're here for a while and you get lazy and you accidentally let go of the brakes.
Got it.
You have a little room to, oh shit, catch yourself. You're all up on it, and the second you cross that yellow line, that's a runway incursion, and you get in a lot of trouble.
Got it.
So you want to stop a little ahead of time. I make sure I stop before the red so I can see it and catch it in case it happens. Pattern right there. See the guy in the air? It's practice.
Got it.
So what we're gonna do once we get up in the air and they give us clearance, we're just gonna head towards the mountain. We're gonna see a lake. We're gonna try to, if nobody's there, we're gonna go over Chapel Reservoir. But there's 3 practice boxes over there. 1, 2, 3. Chapel Reservoir, Levere's, and Sedalia. And we can do maneuvers in there. Alright, so just told them to go. Okay. She wants us to get up here so we can be ready to blast off. They're hooking us up so we can get out of here before that other guy comes.
Sure.
Wind sock over here, you want to look at that and make sure you know where the wind's coming from. We're getting a little bit of a left crosswind. Okay, so flaps are up. Good. No selectors for both, that's it. Just quick before takeoff checklist. Right, clear for takeoff, fly straight up, 55580. Okay, bring me up to 2,000?
2,000?
2,000. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, everything's in the green, doors are locked, windows are tight, full power, let up the brakes. Keep your hand on the front in case we need to do something. And you're maintaining that sunlight. Look down, don't look in front, look down. And then every once in a while your plane's in here. 55. Exactly. Now we can start adding a little back pressure. turning on the aircraft, a rivet, a cowling, and measure it and note the distance between that and the horizon, and try to leave it there. So you're going to notice that attitude change faster than the instrument. So if you're like, all right, okay, I know it's about, I'm right here. I look at this and I see that's at the top of the mountain. Leave it there and turning, and that'll help you keep your altitude. It'll help you keep your attitude. All these maneuvers you're going to be doing and learning are VFR flight visual. So while you cross-reference it, you look outside, you look inside, you look outside, you only need your bowl, but most should be looking outside. A little more bank, you're about 15-ish, 20, and then you can see that bricks going out. So a little left rudder. Now you're at 30 degrees, a little left.
Go back right and make it south.
Well, that's okay. Keep it coming. That's okay. Alright, keep a left turn coming for us. So see that road right there? Right here, this big one?
Yeah.
That's tight. We don't want to cross that.
Got it.
So get us a nice left turn coming so we don't cross that road.
It's the one right here.
No, the one right here. Right, see this one right here?
Yeah.
So right, we're about to cross it.
Okay.
So there you go. You don't need to do anything crazy, but that's kind of our boundary right here.
Got it.
If you will, so we don't want to cross that. That's where these guys are. Veers right here.
Got it.
Southwest right there. 555. Reservoir ground. All right. So now let's try a climbing turn. So go ahead and hit me full power again. And bring me up 8,000 feet as you're doing a left turn. And just keep the turn coming until you get 8,000.
The circle.
Yep. Should take you long. Didn't happen if you could fix it, right?
Nobody will believe you.
That's right. So keep that airspeed going. 74. Get a little back pressure.
Back pressure.
Yeah, back pressure because we're going to see how fast we're going.
Yeah.
So get that back pressure. One, that's going to help our climb. And give us that better climb rate to gain 74. And we anticipate we're coming up for 8,000.
Okay.
Keep the turn coming. Keep it coming. Keep it going now. Let's keep our banks moving. But leave it at 8, so we want to do now. We got our altitude. We want to pull that power back out. Otherwise, that 5 minutes we'll go back out to 22. As we're trying to get to 8,000, there you go, and then maintain that 8,000. Turn coming forward.
22.
Yeah, 22, 23-ish is what you want for cruise. And that's what you want to do is maintain an altitude until you get to the corner. And move about cruise. Find yourself a little low, bring that power back in, get to the altitude you want.
Yeah.
Anytime you're going to climb, you go full power. Anytime you're going to descend, full power.
Okay.
Alright, so let's bring the power out and let's go down to 7,000 feet. Give me a descent. 7,000 feet. Full power. Otherwise you're going to gain crap on airspeed, right? 500-foot descent's great. Nice and comfortable. This is reactor, so it falls a little bit behind. So don't think all of a sudden because it says 1,000, you're getting 1,000. Southwest practice area 555, Yankee Sierra, the Chatfield Reservoir practice box 7,000. Okay, so you see the bus are at altitude a little bit. We're at 670. So let's get a little power. Let's bring it back up to 7. We got 300 feet to gain. Go full power. You just don't have a huge excess of power. See how slow we just got? Really slow. Go all the way. Hang tight, and solar. There we go. Start to go. Speed up. We're not getting there. Speed 1. Hit forward a little bit. Push forward a little bit. And then you see the airspeed start to get airspeed. So we gained a little speed. Now we get to 74. 75. And we can get a left turn at 75. There you go. Power.
gonna have to point out the airport one more time.
Straight ahead of you. So you see this long blank spot right off your nose? Well, I'm not on your turn. It's right here. You'll see as we get closer. But the tower is right over here.
Okay. My altitude will get 5100.
35. The numbers 35. Okay. Looking real good. Start bringing us down to 6,900. 6,900. Bring us to the right speed. So you see the airport? See that flat spot? Long flat spot?
Okay, freeway, long.
So you see the freeway here?
Yeah.
The next flat spot past it. It's like all grass. There's no houses.
Yeah, see this flat spot, I'm looking for a tower.
The tower is right ahead. It's small.
Oh, that's off in the distance. Okay, I'm like looking at the...
Oh yeah, it's up there ways still.
Yeah, okay, I see what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the little puffy white thingy.
That's it.
Got it, okay.
So we're coming in like this, and then we're going to come and take a left here in a little bit. So just kind of just keep aiming at this road, which is real nice. And we're at 6.9, which is perfect because that's traffic kind of now. We're already there for the checklist, just like you said. Seatbelts are on, landing lights on, looking real nice. Alright, so get us parallel with that road. So just like runway there, that's the long one we took off of. That's 35 right. We don't have it. We have the same clear at the moment. We have 35 left, which is on the left. You see it? So,
got it.
It's a little shorter. Okay. Go ahead and put in one notch of flaps here. Flap 1 or flap 10. Perfect. Right there. And you notice when you put your flaps in, you end up moving up. Alright, so don't let it show you what's up. Alright, now we're going to go flaps 2, bring me to flaps 20. Right there. So you see our runway on the left?
Yes.
That's us. So keep us coming down. Alright, you look right, no traffic, start a left turn. So we line up for that. We don't want to go over because other people are landing on that right one. So keep us coming. Now we're high, so we're going to pull the power out. And we're just going to lose a little altitude.
What is our altitude should be at this point?
There's not really anything to tell us now. We started at 69, but you see the PAPI, the 4 white lights? So that means we're high.
Oh, yeah.
So that's okay. We're coming down still. We'll pull the power. We can do a little move called a slip. We kick right rudder. And then all the way in, we kind of like this helps us lose altitude quicker. Get more drag. Yeah, right. So we got 1 red light, 2 red lights. Boom, we relieve that one. Okay, now we'll bring the power back up to about 1,700. Okay, we're lined up nice. Looking real good. We got a windsock. Checking a windsock. Getting a little bit of a right crosswind. Alright. We're going to do this nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Getting over threshold. We want to hold this power. And then we're going to flare. And that's it. We're down. Flaps up. We hit a little bit because we caught a little bit of air, and it kind of floated us back up. That's okay. We can brake a little bit by pulling back. It pitches us up. Gives us an airline bridge, and then we're going to drop off right here on Route 14. You have a plane, you're taxiing. And then we're going to stop right after this whole short line.
Sure.
So again, a little power. Okay, we're going up. Full power. You must taxi north.
it felt good. Thanks for taking over there.
Just a little bit, just because you had it, and then we caught a little air, we floated up. So then I just kind of added just a smidge of power, just to smooth it a little bit. Otherwise, we already hit kind of hard. We would have hit harder. But
yeah,
you wouldn't know that. You know what I mean? That's not. You did all of it coming down for the most part. So it's Bravo 12. So we'll keep going for probably. There you go. Slow us down a little bit. There you go.
So you were alternating with the rudders and when we're coming in to line us up, right?
Exactly. The rudders are what's going to keep you lined up with the center line.
Got it.
And the ailerons are just going to help you with your roll, and that can help too. But mostly you want the rudder in there.
Got it.
And then especially when you have a little bit of crosswind condition. We had a little bit of a right crosswind, so I had a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of right bank in there, and then a little bit of left rudder. And that kind of helped light us up. All right, so we got Bravo 8. So we're going to hang it right here. We're going to stop right before the whole line. Just going across the room. There you go.
It's okay that I use the brakes.
Yep, use the brakes.
And hold behind the red.
Yep, exactly. You got it, my friend. And they're going to tell us in a minute that we got a guy landing, so they won't let us cross when the guy's landing.
Yeah.
Because he might need to use the whole runway, right? So we're gonna hold, and in a minute they're going to say the width cross, 35 right, contact around the other side. I already have ground plugged in. Press 25 right, straight to the ramp, continue to 5 to 0. There it is, my friend. Taxi without delay in front of that king air 5 to 0. Alright, he's getting off at a high speed right there that he's getting off on. We're going to go straight across. He wants us to go quick, so step on it. There you go. Cross. Now pull back on the power.
Which way am I going?
Just go straight for a sec. So he wants us to go into the ramp with him, so we're going to go all the way across.
Okay.
We're just clear. Just because he says we're good doesn't mean we're good.
Got it.
You know, you're the pilot in command. You want to make sure you're safe.
Okay.
So, you know, he tells you something, okay, and then you make sure that it's good. You know, you make the call, not him. Don't let him put you in a bad position. That was fine. Just we're watching. So we're going to go left, sorry. So when we come out, like we did, we came down this way. When we come in, we go this way. So it keeps the traffic flow going.
Got it.
Now we do the same thing with the practice area. We try to hit the practice area and come back the way we did, and hopefully people aren't coming out that way quite as much. It just reduces a little congestion.
Sure.
Is the big idea.
So we're finding the tie down we came from?
Exactly the idea, yeah. We want, a lot of these people are pretty dead, because Aspen owns some of these aircraft, but some of them are other people that own the aircraft and lend it to Aspen, so they still make money on their plane when they're not flying it so much. So, go ahead and slow down a little bit. We have people running around here always.
Yeah, okay, man.
Yep, that's okay. You know, you gotta use what you got. There you go, this is great. Yeah, Aspen doesn't own all these planes, so people who own them, they don't fly them all the time, so they give them to Aspen, and then those people get to fly when they want, and then other people do, so they're still making money on their plane.
Yeah.
Works out great for everybody. Who's your son flying with on Monday?
Oh, I have to check my email to see your Trevor.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Got another name. Good looking guy.
I don't know, I was just curious.
the little cuff there? Or
What do you mean? Your heel should be on the ground.
the feet should be on the ground?
Yeah, your heel should be on the ground until you need to use the brakes. Then you slide them up, use the brakes, and then they leave them on the ground.
Got it, okay.
Because if you have them up high the whole time, if you have your toes on the brakes, you're going to end up using the brakes all the time.
Got it.
And examiners and stuff like that don't like to, because then you wear out the brakes prematurely, and it shows that you don't have good control of the aircraft. But you know, you use them when you need them, you just don't want to taxi with them. Alright, so this is 555. I think we were the next one down, because this is 772 spot. So you see the next spot? Right down there. So keep on going. And you're going to put this wingtip on that aircraft's wingtip.
Oh, okay.
So keep going. The rings a little left. I don't want to keep this, but it's like that. Keep this coming.
Oh, for back and end purposes.
Exactly. So keep going, keep going, keep going. Beautiful. That's perfect. And then we'll just back right up. All right.
Back up.
No.
Oh, okay,
No.
with the winch.
I wish, bro. All right, avionics off. You'll cut off. Switch. Boom.
Cool.
And then this says, what does this say? Where'd it go? 4692.9. That's it, my friend.
Okay, do I turn, you already turned off?
Yep, I
position?
turned off.
Okay.
Take the keys out
Sure.
for me, please.
Sure.
Struggle.
Getting the seat to go
Yeah,
back.
it's a whole deal.
There we go. I'll give you the keys here.
It's fighting you. There you go. You had her on the run.
There you go. So, heels on the ground when you're using the rudder.
Exactly.
Move them up when you're using the brake.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Huh.
Because if you taxi with your toes on the tops,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna start using them all the time,
Got it.
right? And we want to get you in a good habit now of not doing that because it's hard to break later on.
Uh-huh.
Minus. Do you want to grab that tow bar out of the back right there?
Sure.
And then you have the keys still?
I think I put them on the seat here. I think I gave them to you.
Oh,
There you go.
and there's that for the little deal. And then we'll hook that up and push her in. Well, it's not safe, but what you gotta do for the next and off the tail on those posts. So go straight back, straight back. Keep going straight back, straight back. Yeah, straight back still. Alright, bring her bit. Bring her over to the right. Because you want this tire on this yellow line here. And that one on that, so bring her to the right. Okay. Alright, here we go. So bring the tail to the right. There you go. And then bring the tail back left. Keep it coming left. Good, straight back. A little more tail left. There you go, straight back.